And now for this week's comment of the video. This week's comment of the video is Miss Kiwana Banks. Thanks for your easy breezy conversations about everything VSG. It makes this process so much easier when you break down all the details. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Kiwana. I am so happy that I'm able to create content that is relatable and that is easy to understand, because that is my goal. Thank you so much for supporting me, Kiwana. And if you are wanting to have your comment read out in one of my videos, all you have to do is drop one in the comment section down below. You never know which one I'll pick. Bye. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome biggity back, y'all. Hey, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. My name is Kelsi. If you're not new here, then it's just welcome back. I'm here for you guys every Sunday and Wednesday to talk about my VSG journey and other things. It's my hope that through these videos you're able to find the answers to questions you've been looking for, or the path to choosing surgical weight loss is made that much easier. Good Sunday to you all. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I hope you guys were productive and you were happy and that everything went your way. It is Sit Down Sunday, the day where we get together and talk about something that's been heavy on my brain, or just a topic you guys have brought to my attention. Ignore the Jerry curl realness that I am giving you guys. I am doing a protein treatment. I do these every 3 weeks with ApHogee products, and I think I've talked about this in other videos, but yeah, this is my protein treatment weekend, and I needed to make videos, so I was like, wait to make a video or just do a video with the protein treatment in. I didn't think anybody would care, so yeah. But let me show you the products that I use. So this is totally not sponsored. This is literally, let's see, you guys can see. You probably can't see because the camera lighting is so bad. But these are ApHogee products. I love them. It's a protein building process for hair. And ever since the surgery, you guys, my hair has just taken a hit. It's just not as dense. It's not as healthy. So I've been using the ApHogee products, and it really helps to boost the protein in my hair. I do the I do the two-step protein treatment. And then you follow it up with the balancing moisturizer. And then this is just an optional thing that I do, and this is called the texture treatment. Can you see? Golly, ring light is doing its thing. It's a texture treatment. I get it off from the beauty supply store. If you guys want to see an in-depth video or maybe a tutorial on what I do with these, just let me know. But just to let you guys know, because I know I was going to get a lot of questions, this is the product that I'm using for my protein treatment. All right, so as I stated, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the second part to my pre-op diet informational series, or, you know, couple of videos, whatever you want to call it. So in the first video, we discussed why the pre-op diet was important. In this video, we're going to be discussing what to expect when you're on the pre-op diet. I think we all go into the pre-op diet expecting something so much different than what it actually is. And so I was like, you know what? Let me try to give a realistic, expectations, kind of like roundabout for people, because I know that when I went into the pre-op diet, when I did successfully do a 2-week one, before my schedule was before my surgery was rescheduled the first time, when I did do a successful 2-week pre-op diet the first go round, it was really hard. My surgery was rescheduled twice. So I did a full round of a pre-op diet, and then like a half of a round, and then a 3-day one. So yeah, I've had a lot of experience with the pre-op diet. None of them were successful. Anyways, we're going to get into the video. I'm not going to hold you guys here all day. So when you are doing the pre-op diet, you are severely restricting your food intake and calorie intake in preparation for your weight loss surgery. As we discussed, it's meant to help you lose weight and also to shrink the size of your liver to make the surgery go easier, quicker, and be less risky. So due to the low amount of calories and food that you consume, a lot of patients experience a lot of different symptoms and a lot of things that they go through. So let's talk about some of the things that you could experience when you are working through your pre-op diet. You could experience extreme hunger pain, fatigue, headaches, nausea, diarrhea, and even constipation, dehydration, and mood swings. These symptoms are completely normal, and they typically subside within 3 to 4 days after your body begins to get used to you drinking, eating, and consuming less, especially when it comes to carbohydrates and calories, especially if you've just been living, like I was, eating whatever I wanted to, doing whatever I wanted to. I had a 6-month-long food funeral before I did my first successful, unsuccessful, kind of successful, not really successful pre-op diet.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And it was rough. It was rough. Like, you go from eating, whatever you want every day to barely getting in anything. And your body is like, whoa, hold up. And that's when you experience all of those symptoms. It is proven that drinking at least 64 ounces of sugar-free beverages, water, chicken broth, and other things can help to lessen the severity of these symptoms. Now, let's talk about a few things that you can do to ensure your success during your pre-op diet time. I'm not going to lie to you. The pre-op diet is hard. The pre-op diet is challenging. The pre-op diet is really, really, really mentally, physically, emotionally draining. Like I said, you go from, living a lifetime of eating everything that you want, doing as you want, living as you please, to being so restricted. And really, you're basing it a lot mainly on sugar-free foods, no bread, no starches, no sugar, no ice cream, no cakes, no cookies, no things of that nature that you've been eating for so long. Like, you can't partake in those things anymore because you are getting ready to transcend into the new you. And it's really, really, really hard. It's so challenging, but you can do it. So let's talk about some things and ways that you can be prepared so that you are set up for success. Number 1, plan ahead for success. Leading up to the days you will be participating in the pre-op diet, I do recommend that you go to the grocery store to kind of scope out some of the things that you will need. I don't recommend you buying 2 weeks worth of, items within 1 week, because there are going to be some things that you are not going to like. And you don't want to have things in your house while you're doing the pre-op diet that you are not going to like. So I would kind of take it slow. I would kind of buy a few things that you think you'll like, that you can have at least a week's worth, and kind of gauge what you will need for the second week. For me, I don't like just plain run-of-the-mill chicken stock or chicken broth. It has no flavor. It doesn't have any flavoring. I need some garlic powder. I need a lot of things in there to make that just appetizing to me to be able to drink that, and that solely for 2 weeks. So as I stated in my video talking about my pre-op diet experience, I get the Weiler's chicken and herb bouillon cubes. Let me go get them and I'll just show them to you. It's easier to show you than to just talk about them. So these are the bouillon cubes that I use. I add these to my chicken stock. These have no protein content. I can't just use these by themselves because you're not getting the protein that you would get from like a stock or a broth. So don't use these by themselves. They need to be added to your chicken broth or stock. You can add it to beef broth. You can add it to vegetable broth. I use it for cooking now, but these are really good. It gives me a lot. It has 5 calories, no carbs. The serving size is 1 cube. I typically put in 2 cubes. 10 calories, who's counting? So yeah, these made it a lot easier for me to really enjoy the chicken broth, because initially I just bought chicken broth and I didn't have anything extra. And like I told you guys, when I first started, I was trying to figure out, is it okay to put garlic powder in my chicken broth? Is it okay for me to put lemon pepper in my chicken broth? Like, I'm an extra girl, so I need a little extra for my broth. But, anyways. So yes, this is a suggestion of mine. If you can find these, they have them at Walmart, Kroger. I think I've seen them at Target. Grab these. I think you'll really like them if you're wanting a more flavorful broth experience. So you've bought your first week of, supplies, your broths, your protein shakes, your sugar-free popsicles, your sugar-free jellos, things of that nature. As you are like a week and a half, almost, a week to a week and a half, then you should go ahead and purchase your second batch. I don't recommend you going into the store. I recommend you doing a curbside pickup, a delivery, or seeing, a significant other, a child, someone else to pick up those groceries for you. Because if you go into the store, there's so much temptation in the store. And because you're not fully restricted at this time and you can eat whatever it is that you want to eat, you are going to be tempted. And it's really hard to walk through a grocery store hungry, because you're going to be hungry at this point. You're going to be hangry. You're going to want everything. And your mind, if your mind is like mine, I am a food addict. Hello. My mind would be like, just get a bag of pickles. It's broth, it's a vegetable, it'll be fine. But it's not okay because you're feeding into that addiction, and once you open up that door to eating again, it's just never good. So if you can, avoid buying 2 weeks of food at one time, but if you don't have anyone to pick it up for you, or if you don't have any way to order and pick it up curbside, go ahead, purchase the things that you think that you'll need for 2 weeks, just to set yourself up for success. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to go into a grocery store and you're faced with so much temptation to eat everything that you were trying to get away from. Number 2, you have to build your support system. During this time, this 2-week pre-op diet hell, you are going to need people who are strong, who are going to hold you accountable, who are going to help you hold yourself accountable. You're going to need people who are going to be there for you. This can be friends, it can be family members, it can be even co-workers that you're close to. It could be my one bite at a time group. Because believe it or not, everyone over there is so supportive. They support everyone in their journey. They are so good to each other. And I have no doubt in my mind, if you post in my page that you're struggling with your pre-op diet, that there are going to be people there that are going to genuinely be there for you. Hell, I will. I'm not there as much as I would like to be because I have so much going on. But I see you all's posts and I see your struggles and I'm there for you. Post over there in one bite at a time. If you don't have anyone in your local vicinity, if you are struggling with people, not supporting your decision to have weight loss surgery, we are there for you. And as long as you have a strong support system, you're going to get through this fine. That's the hardest part. You don't want to allow people who don't support your decision to have weight loss surgery to be the ones who are supporting you or around you in your life. Because they're going to say, you know what? We're going to the Chinese buffet tonight. You want to come? They have egg drop soup there. No. Why would I come with you to the Chinese buffet when I love the crab rangoon? Why would I come? What sense does that make to me? I love me an egg roll, some shrimp fried rice. Why would I come? Because I'm going to be put in a position to where my food addict, my addiction is going to be in full addict mode. And I'm not at a place where I can tell myself no. I've seen it far, far too often. Patients who try to do this by themselves with no support system, trying to just kind of rough it and be out there alone, are not successful in their weight loss journey. You have to have people that support you. You have to be able to talk to people who support you, who understand what you're going through and don't judge you. We are there for you. If you don't want to come to one bite at a time, you can email me anonymously. You can send, whatever you need to do. Let's get through this together. It's one of the best decisions you've ever made for your life. Build a support system that's going to help you get through. Number 3, remember, this is temporary. I know that this is going to be the hardest thing you have ever had to do in your natural born life. Trust me. I've even had some people tell me that it was worse than having children. I have never birthed a child from my vagina, so I don't know. But I do know that my food addict self was almost crying myself to sleep every night because I could not eat what I wanted to eat during my pre-op diet time. I was depressed. I was upset. I was hungry. I was mean. I was lost. I felt gross because I couldn't eat what I wanted to eat. It's so sad that I was so chemically dependent on carbohydrates and sugars and all of these nasty things. But just remember, it is temporary and it is preparing you for the bigger picture, the transition, the wonderful stage you're about to walk into, the new life, the new gift that you are giving yourself. Weeping may endure for the night, but in 14 days, baby, joy is coming in the morning light. Trust me. Because guess what? You have another 2 weeks of a liquid diet to do after your surgery. That's a whole different story. But it's not as hard because you've had your surgery and you're not typically hungry. It's different when you're hungry. But just remember, it's temporary. And I promise you, it's worth it. Last but not least, number 4, ignore your scale. I cannot tell you guys how many times I have seen a person fail the pre-op diet because they're like, you know what, I'm not losing weight. That's the whole intention of the pre-op diet, is to lose weight, and my scale hasn't moved. I understand that the pre-op diet is put into place to help you rapidly lose weight before surgery. If you're not seeing the numbers on the scale move, do not let that intimidate you or get you down, because then you're going to start thinking that it's okay to start cheating because you're going to be like, well, what good is this doing anyways? Snap out of it. That's not the purpose of the pre-op diet, not the main purpose. Your liver shrinking is the number one goal of your pre-op diet. If you don't lose a pound, your liver shrinking from the size of a grapefruit to the size of a clementine or to the size of a small orange, that is a miraculous accomplishment. It's wonderful to be able to go into surgery with a clear mind and a clear head and know that your surgeon won't have any trouble lifting or moving your liver, won't possibly nick your liver. Trust me, you don't want to have to deal with the nicked liver situation, because I've read some horror stories about that. And I've told you guys, because I did a 3-day pre-op diet, 3 days. I had a 3-day liquid diet. My surgery, was scheduled on a Friday. I was told about it on a Monday. I had 3 days to do it. And when I was in my surgery, the surgeon told my significant other that my liver was heavy and bigger than what they were expecting. So it took him a little longer to do the surgery. And so hearing that after my surgery, it was like, oh my gosh, like what else could have went wrong? I don't want you guys to go through what I went through. And given I couldn't control my situation, like I was told on a Monday, my surgery was on a Friday. But do everything you can, to ensure that you are giving yourself the best chances of success, the best rate of success. Don't go into this thinking, I'm going to lose 40 pounds on the pre-op diet. It's 2 weeks of not eating anything. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to walk into this thing and be fine because I'm going to whatever. Just give yourself the peace of mind of knowing that your liver has been shrank and that you're giving your surgeon a clear and clean playing field. I'm going to leave you with this. I know that the pre-op diet can be daunting. It can be intimidating. It can be scary. It is so overwhelming. Especially if you've never been on a highly restricted diet, if you've never had to go through a drastic change in the things that you eat, in the way that you move, in the way that you live your life, this is going to be so overwhelming for you. However, I really, really, really encourage you to be fully committed to your pre-op diet. Be fully committed to yourself. Give yourself a fighting chance. Like I said, give it a good college go. Give yourself the satisfaction of knowing that you have given it your best, that you have given it your all. Because ultimately, you don't want your surgeon to have to cancel or reschedule your surgery because of your lack of follow-through. You never know if they, do an endoscopy and they check the size of your liver and they decide that it's too large for surgery. I would hate that for you. I don't want you to be working so hard to give yourself the gift that's going to change your life, and that you allow the pre-op diet, which is one of the hardest parts of this process, to be honest, to keep you from doing that. The pre-op diet is such a crucial step when it comes to weight loss surgery, but just remember, you're not alone. Everybody has to do it. Everybody has to participate. Every surgeon is different. Some surgeons require a month. Some surgeons require 3 weeks. Some surgeons require 3 days, like mine. But I just encourage you guys to be strong, to be steadfast, to be consistent, and to give yourselves the best chance at success. You really, really, really deserve it, and you owe it to yourself. You've come this far. You've made the decision to have the surgery. Why not go ahead and, live through with those expectations? All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I know you guys are tired of seeing this curly doo-wop I got going on up here. But yeah, I enjoyed doing this video for you guys. If you would like to and you have not, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, become a member of my family. I would love to have you here. Also, if you have not and you would like to, you can join us over on the Facebook group page, One Bite at a Time. It's where we talk about hard things, a safe place to talk about hard things. Not just weight loss related, but life related. And it's a positive place. Everyone is so supportive and good to each other. I'm really, really, really happy that you sat down and you talked and you listened with me. I hope you got some information that you were needing for your pre-op diet from this video. And if you are in the pre-op diet beginning stages, I wish you so much positivity and success, and you're going to do well, because guess what? You are on your way to have the best surgery of your life. This is the hardest part. This is the hardest part. The hardest, in my humble opinion. I ain't nobody. I'm just saying, this is the hardest part. But you're going to get through it just fine. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. I'll catch you later. Gator. Bye.